What's going on, gang? Stand by. I've got like 80 things going here. I figured I had to show the train wreck that I had a sim going earlier as I was just kind of testing some new settings, and as you can see, Dane is dead, and he's been dead for the last 10 minutes, and they've just been pushing him around the ring. So I figured this would be a pretty good pretty good way to start the broadcast. Just typical Pro Wrestling X. Yeah, quality should be improved. I'm now, instead of running native on my Mac, I am actually dual booting on this machine in Windows. And the Windows version of Pro Wrestling X is infinitely more stable than the Mac version of Pro Wrestling X. So I figured let's start with that and just go native. So I've got all the broadcasting stuff going. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. So the quality hopefully should be bumped up a little bit better. And we should have a 4-player match going. So that's good, and we should be able to get all the. This is just the funniest. This is just the funniest footage. I'm sorry. This is just cracking me up. I don't understand why Dane is dead. He got hit with a stick like once, and you know. What's going on, Carlos the Cat? How's it going? Welcome to the broadcast. Welcome to the Gong Show. Yeah, so we'll see here tonight, gang. I was kind of just, I couldn't make the broadcast on Thursday. I was running way late, and so I thought, well, what the hell? We'll go, we'll do a little pre-hype for the pay-per-view, and what the hell, it'll be fun. Like I said, I want to test the new settings and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I'll restart this thing. This is ridiculous, but I just figured I had to show this off because Gong Show being what it was. So now at least I'll be able to play more of the actual settings here. Game. So yeah, holler if you want to see something brand spanking new. Like I said, I think I'll throw in I'll get maybe a cage mode going. I want to do a little bit of sim stuff while we're kind of running down the card. So let's throw them all in the cage. What the hell? Let's see what happens here. That's always fun. And let's get Grasshopper. Hopefully the graphics look a little better. There's the lighting is still really harsh on this screen, but it should be better than it was on the Mac version. So, good question. I think Dave told me he was calling in. I've got my Skype up ready to go. I just emailed him to remind him because he forgets. Oh, doggone it! I bet I forgot to do all the. Hang on, I did my usual. It's the typical. I always forget to put all the players on sim mode, so good old Grasshopper was staying there just nice and stationary. So all CPUs, yes, all CPU. And let's do Honor Style. And let's do Grasshopper. Let's do Grimhold. Let's do Fake Kurt Angle, and let's do Quick Dose. What the hell? What are your prediction of Great Balls of Fire? That is a very good question. I was going to run down the card here as soon as I got the match going. As I say, I had no choice. I was trying to do what I could with the Mac version. I was really stoked to get the Mac version working, and so I kind of worked with that for a little bit. But I thought, you know what, this is just not going to work. This is just not going to work over the long term until we get something a little bit more stable. So I figured let's just try running Windows. And now that I'm dual booting. I managed to get a kind of a demo version of Windows going. So we'll see. That's not true. Macs are simply good enough for gaming. The problem is our version of the Mac, or our version of the software, was not. Oh God, Quick Dose just died. Oh my God, Oh God, wait till you see this one, gang. He literally flew. He hit the cage on the other side of the wall. Oh boy. It's gonna be fun times already. No, Macs are good enough for gaming. I play several games on the Mac. The problem is, like I said, our build is just not optimized for it. Like I said, so it's definitely user error for sure. Yeah, kind of running down Great Balls of Fire predictions. I was kind of a little bit out of it in terms of I kind of stopped watching Raw. Raw was getting to be a little bit too much for me in terms of just the show was just not doing real great. So I figured Okay, let's take a little bit of a break. I kind of read the reviews and read all that kind of stuff, but so Xeron, is it me or the ragdolls look a tad more realistic? I think anything's going to look a little more realistic now that I've got it's on the highest quality graphics mode going. I think it's definitely going to look a hell of a lot better now. And it's plausible that some of the physics actually changes and all that kind of stuff with the new graphics setting. So that's plausible. Um, Fire Honor. So I'm catching up here. Fire Honor. Will the move gift be shown soon? Yeah, I'll get that going here in a second. We'll run down the card and then we'll start going over the build and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm looking at the card here. We've got Neville versus Akira Tozawa. Like I said, I do not watch 205 live. I know who Neville is, obviously, just based on our experience. I don't even know who Tozawa is. Shame on me, a bad wrestling fan, but I cannot keep up with all the brands. And 205 live there's nothing about that has even remotely intrigued me. So I'll watch it on the pre-show and have fun with it. But it seems to me like Neville is gangbusters as a fun little heel right now, so I'm going to stick with him. I got to tell you, I was very interested to see how they did this whole Enzo and Big Cass split, which I'm thrilled by. I can't stand Enzo. I think they turned the wrong guy heel. I think Big Cass has money written all over him as a face. And they should have made Enzo with incredibly annoying Enzo. I think he should have been the heel in this whole thing. I just can't see it working. So I figure Big Cass will get the win just because I can't. 7 foot tall against Shrimpy Enzo. I just can't buy it. I just don't buy it. Miz versus Dean Ambrose. I'm a huge fan of both guys. All I'm hoping for is a really, really good match. Oh God, Kurt nearly just. Oh God, that's a good one. Fire Honor. I'm catching up back and forth. I did a match with the Nintendo 64 steering wheel. It worked, but weird. Fire Honor, you sound like you're playing these games with all these fun different controls. If you have any way to do some YouTube footage or something like that, I would love to see what that looks like with you trying to command a steering wheel, trying to control the wrestlers. I'd be very, very curious to see how that pulls off. I'm gonna go. I think the Miz is gonna take Dean. I love Dean and I love the Miz. It's kind of sad to see both versus each other, but it's been a fun. It's been fun. So I wish Dean was back on. I wish both were back on SmackDown. To be honest with you, Raw is getting to be a little, like I said, I can't really watch it too much anymore. So Cesaro and Sheamus versus the Hardy Boys. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't been following it along too much. I'm a fan of Cesaro and Sheamus. I'm a fan of Cesaro. Sheamus I'm kind of neutral on, but I don't know. It's not doing much for me. So it'll be interesting. I keep waiting for Matt to become broken. I'm almost a little nervous by it. I almost think I kind of want to let that be like broken Matt Hardy to be in TNA's past, and just don't try to recreate the magic of that. So I keep waiting for something to happen in one of these matches where he gets electrocuted or something and has to go. Catching up on chat. Fire Honor also used a dance pad from Dance Dance Revolution. I would totally, like I said, we need some footage of this stuff, Fire Honor. I am dying. That would be really, really funny to see people playing Pro Wrestling X. I would love to see that. Think American Grasshopper and Grimhold have the wrong walk animations. I 100% agree. I don't know what happened there, but there's a few of those wrestlers that they went too upright, and I agree with you. I don't like that at all. I think it was maybe just something that Robert was changing around, and maybe I forgot to revert it. But yeah, Grasshopper definitely. Nobody outside of like Grimhold should have that tall walking thing. But yeah, Grasshopper is not looking. That does not look right to me at all. So I agree with you there totally. Seth Rollins versus Bray Wyatt, again another build that I just have not really watched too much at all. Oh, I guess I'll pick the Hardy Boys to go over. What the heck. Seth Rollins and Bray Wyatt. Boy, both of these guys' careers have kind of taken nosedives to me. I love Bray Wyatt. I think he's just a phenomenal character, and but they've just kind of jobbed him out. And Seth is not a face to me. He needs to be a heel. I need to be booing Seth Rollins, and I need to be booing Randy Orton, and it's driving me nuts that both guys are kind of like face going right now. WB, the Jazz. Is there a Fire Pro Twitch tonight? If you've got details, they must be going live at midnight or something. I haven't heard anything about that. It looks like Kurt's gonna win. Oh no, Oh no! All right, gang. Wait, watch this one. Kurt tried a moonsault from the top of the cage, and somebody hit it, and he just died hard. Oh, that's awful. That is awful. That's great. I've never seen that timing before. Yeah, that was great. Of course, now Kurt's up and running again. You'd think he'd be dead after that, but that's all right. Alexa Bliss versus Sasha. Well, if they keep changing the title over and over again with the women's, you've got to figure Sasha goes over here. Ambulance match versus Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman. I'm becoming a big mark for Braun Strowman. You have to figure Roman Reigns is going over just because it's Roman Reigns, but I love Braun Strowman right now, and that match that he had against the Big Show was one of the best matches I had. It was the most fun matches I've seen all year, and the absurdity of him like tipping over the ambulance and all that kind of stuff is just completely comical. So I'm totally down with that. But we'll see. I'm sure Roman Reigns is going to go over. That's just the way it is. The one I'm really lost on is Lesnar and Joe, because they've been booking Brock to be pretty weak against Joe. Like, he doesn't stand a chance. Like, it's face in peril, Brock Lesnar, and I don't recognize that. I'm not sure who's the heel, who's the face, anything like that. I think it's just, it's kind of like I said, the pay-per-view is kind of built around that one match. There's some hype for the rest of the card, but I'm most intrigued by the main event. I figure it being a Brock Lesnar match, it's going to be short. It's going to be less than 7 minutes long, which sucks. But we'll see. I think Joe's going to go over. I think Joe's taking the title, and I think they're going to bring. I think they'll bring Brock back for SummerSlam, maybe even in a rematch, but in some kind of gimmick match or something. But I think Joe's going to take him tonight. So we'll see. Like I said, I'm kind of hyped. It'll be fun. It'll be a fun match. Regardless, like I said, it's a couple of titans, and like I said, Lesnar's money, and it's a big fight feel anytime that guy starts rolling. Anytime he's in a pay-per-view. Are you kidding me? Quick Dose is going to put. Oh no! I was looking at the corner of the screen watching the match. Oh, Quick Dose is dead. That's so funny. I don't know how that happened. He must have just. Did somebody win it via pinfall in this match? Or. Oh, see, okay. I thought it was escape only on these cage matches. I wonder if that rule changed. Well, that's all right. All right, we'll do. I'll actually play one of these things so we can kind of explore a little bit. We'll get the scaffold going. No, I don't want a rematch. Holler if you guys have any requests for anything. I know it's kind of like I said, it's kind of an odd start time here today. I had to do it because I got a buddy coming over at about 7 o'clock. We're gonna watch the show, and I needed time to get some supper and all that. Yeah, so thanks for bearing with on the unusual start time. What's being worked on right now? Right now, the problem we're having with our summer is everybody is just getting their asses kicked. Real life is kind of beating everybody up, or a lot of people up right now, and it sucks. It really, really sucks until we have like millions and millions of dollars coming in. Yeah, Hell in a Cell match. I got you covered here, brother. The Heck in the Chamber match. I got you covered right here. We'll get Hammerlock going. Nope. Let me back out of here. Let's go Honor Style. Chambers of Hell. Honor Style. Oh, who haven't I played yet? Let's get... I haven't actually played with Dane yet. I'm curious about his moveset. Let's do this. And then let's have him go against... Oh, we haven't seen Lucky 8 play in a little while. Let's go for it. Carlos the Cat signed in the email list 2 weeks ago and he didn't get any email. Make sure that you double check your spam folder because those blast emails do occasionally end up in. Ooh, that's looking a little sluggish. Oh, let me restart that match. Stand by. Stand by. I might have to drop the graphics quality to get that Chambers of Hell match looking. I do not. All right, let's try this again. Let's try this again because that is looking like ass. We might have to. I think it's been mentioned a couple of times that the graphics mode for the cage, the new dark cage is not doing it for anybody, and I am completely in agreement. I do not like the dark cage. Or at least it should be an option. Chambers of Hell match is still weird. You mean like the way it looks visually, Zeron? Yeah, I agree about the textures. I said these are all works in progress, especially with this particular build. Let me try cross X. I'll try loading up. I'll try loading up in the classic arena and see if that takes some of the pressure off. Yeah, Zeron, I'm in complete agreement. I am disappointed by how that cage now looks and the performance. It does not. Yeah, boy, that is terrible. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to drop my graphics quality on that. That's too bad. We've noticed some of that in some of the other comments when we're bug fixing this stuff. Let me try dropping the stuff here. I'll quit the game and I'll try relaunching in. No. I'll try relaunching it with the graphics pulled back just a little bit and see if that improves performance at all. Let's see. Fire Honor. If on Gmail, do you have updates, social, and promotions checked for? Oh, you're talking to Carlos the Cat. Yep. Yeah, check all that stuff because it does. Some of that stuff does end up in spam. I've never been quite clear on the rules for some of that stuff. All right, let me drop that back to like good, and we'll just see how that works. We'll see how that works. You should have gotten. Yep, I'm happy for him, Dickie. And I think it was mentioned somewhere up in chat a little bit earlier. That is actually a great idea to see if he wants to come on the Gong Show and promote the Steam release. I would totally do that in a heartbeat. I will have Dave reach out to him and see if we can make that happen. No promises, gang. The man is busy, but it would be nice to hype that up a little bit. Because, like I said, I have never played one of his games before, and it'd be nice to get the scoop. And anybody who's that polarizing it's got my attention. Heaven Spawn. I thought I recognized your alternate username. Hey, that's better. That's better. Yep. I jammed that graphics quality maybe a little bit too high. We still have some optimizations we're doing. In terms of the game update, like I said, it's been so slow, gang. It really sucks. Everybody's doing the very best they can to just kind of keep their heads above water this summer. Everybody's getting torched in 1,000 different ways. And it really sucks. It really sucks. I wish we could devote full-time energy to all this stuff. And I know everybody on the crew does too. Because everybody's just, like I said, everybody wants to be working on this stuff. I mean, the progress that we've made in just, such a short amount of time. It's there. We're so close, but it just doesn't. It said it's too hard when everybody's getting their butts kicked. So we just have to kind of hang in there. I know it really sucks. It's a terrible it's terrible to have to say that you know they're not able to keeping up with some of this stuff, but. Heaven Spawn, anytime you want to put footage online, all that stuff, we have no restrictions whatsoever. If you got a YouTube channel, by all means, go nuts, go crazy. We love seeing all that stuff. I know Dave reads all the messages on Facebook, so I know he's into all that stuff. So by all means, man, we have no restrictions about doing any of that stuff. Yeah, like I said, it's been rough. It's been rough sledding. I can tell you that part of the reason that things have kind of bogged down is our boy Dave ended up with a full-time job. He had to do what he had to do. It's a good job, and it's a job that's somewhat connected. But it's like I said, it's hard for Dave to keep up the usual pace of responding to emails and Facebook page messages and all this kind of stuff. When you're working, you're grinding it out. You get home and you're just like you're completely fried, and the last thing you want to do is fire up the computer again. He's totally cool with me telling everybody that because, like I said, I think that's part of the problem. Is Dave is normally incredibly visible in terms of being in terms of being online and being in the forums and stuff, and he's just not able to do it right now. We're working on some other alternatives though, trying to get some backup and all that stuff. But he said he does feel bad. I had a long talk with him on Friday. I was able to catch him at his lunch hour, and he feels terrible. He wants to be able to do this stuff, you know, just like everybody else. But until we get that, you know, hit those million sales and or you know, sell out to some you know, find some rich sugar daddy or something that just like, hey, you know, it just really sucks. We have to be patient. Now part of it, you know, and I've expressed this on Twitch broadcasts too, that it's hard sometimes because you get frustrated that you feel like, okay, everybody's now going to be jamming on Fire Pro and all that kind of stuff, and Fire Pro deserves the hype. I mean, they are definitely the kings of all this stuff, and so in terms of the customization and all that stuff, and they're way farther ahead in terms of development. I mean, they've had a huge head start, and so, am I going to have to go down there and get him? Looks like it. All right, fine, I'll go down and get you. And so it gets a little disheartening because, like I said, Fire Pro is, you know, kind of, I don't want to say stealing our thunder, but it's like, okay, now nobody's really going to be paying attention to us. But at the end of the day, I always kind of have to remind myself that, yeah, Fire Pro is hyped, and people are going to be, you know, pretty hyped for it, justifiably. But what I told Dave is, at the end of the day, Fire Pro is still pretty unplayable for a lot of people. They really don't like the grapple mechanics. They don't like any of that stuff. I'm in it. I'm going to buy it just to sim. I love simming matches and all that stuff, and so that's my hype. I have no desire to play that game because I've never been able to figure out the timing. I have always loved the graphics. I've always loved the customization, but the gameplay for me, I've never been able to play that game. So that's what I'm going to be in sim mode and really enjoying it. Why not just run off the cage? I can show you guys that. Nope, that's the trick. That's the trick. That's why I'm trying to. Xeron raises a good point. It's not fair to say that Fire Pro will steal the show completely. We're actually, like I said, if on my good days, you know, where I'm being rational and thinking about it, just like somebody said earlier, I think it might have been Xeron, is that everybody is like paying it. Like there's more attention being paid to wrestling games now, especially on Steam, and I'm hoping that, kind of like, you know, the old phrase goes, the rising tide will lift all the boats. And so I'm hoping that everybody's just going to get like hyped up, and especially with like M. Dickey and stuff, we may be able to do some things like some you know, some packages or some deals where if you buy one, you know, who knows. So I'm pretty hyped up. I think, like I said, sometimes it's just a matter of like on the good days, you know, or on the bad days, you just gotta have to remind yourself that we're all trying to do different stuff. And so that's kind of what I'm trying to just focus my energies on, that it's all about now. It's just all about wrestling, and just kind of like reminding ourselves that we're wrestling game fans first and not competitors and all this kind of stuff. Because like I said, I'm thrilled with M. Dickey, bringing his stuff online. It's going to be interesting to see if it holds up. I know a lot of his stuff is there's like takeoffs on WWE names and stuff, and so it's going to be interesting to see if he can play nice with with Vince lawyers. Hopefully he can. So I'm neglecting chat here. Any update on the PWX shirts? That's a damn good question. I know Dave said that he got them done, but that is a very good question. I will follow up and find out what the status of those mailings are. This one might send them through. Oh, if it does, oh no, I thought I was gonna do it. Sorry, I'm still trying to figure out Dane's moveset, so I'm trying to find the most devastating matches, or the devastating moves. Oh god, this might get pretty ugly. Oh no! Wait. All right, so how many damn? I thought I had enough impact on this cage. All right, let me see if I can do this one. Oh, this one might hurt. This one might hurt. Oh, come on! Any predictions on the main event? Heaven Spawn. I was talking about that earlier. I think Joe is going to end up going over. I don't know what it is. I think it's his time. And I said it's been odd booking. I will say that much. I do not understand how they've been making Brock to look completely weak against Joe, or maybe they're trying to make Joe look really strong or something. But oh, come on. I know, right? I'm trying to put him through it. Oh, okay, yeah, don't do a snapmare. Don't do snapmare. I wonder if I could work with I'll bring him over here a little bit. Let me see if I can do I don't know, like I said, I don't know Dane's moveset all that well. Let me see if I can do a back grapple. Nope, went the other direction. What's going on, Ralph 9900? I recognize that name. Can we just have a moment to realize that AJ Styles won the U.S. Championship at a live event on a show? I think that is hype. I haven't seen the footage, but those MSG shows always get... I think it was MSG where he won it. Why is the cage panel not breaking? I hope that has not been disabled somehow. I've thrown everything I've got against him. Hit him. There we go. Oh, we're both falling. Oh. Oh, that hurt. Oh, that hurt. There we go. Oh, that's so hype. I love that. I love that so much. What I need to be able to have said, the only thing that's missing, not the only thing, I mean, aside from going back to the original color, although I'm playing it for a little bit, I don't mind. It kind of makes the rest of the colors pop, but we definitely have some layering issues with all that stuff. The one thing that I would love to be able to do is like mount that that break point and be able to like moonsault off that cage opening. I think that would be really, really cool. I would love that. Oski, another new name, or not another familiar name. Robert changed the. This is what we're playing right now, and I probably should be mentioning this right up front. Is if you are a Pro Wrestling X owner on Steam, you're able to play this build right now. It's under the properties. Maybe I'll show everybody. Oh, I arm dragged him off the top rope or off the. All right. See, what I want to be able to do is I want to be able to jump off. Oh no! Instead of just. Oh, I'm an idiot. All right, never mind. No Tier God, $30 a month. Well, that's very much appreciated. That is overly generous for what we're delivering, but duly noted. If like I said, we've been struggling with all this kind of stuff, like trying to figure out what the proper economic model for all this stuff is. Like it's just so hard. Because like I said, everybody on the crew feels bad. Myself especially. I feel really rotten. Like it's so hard doing this as an indie developer. And I hate being that guy that just talks about, oh, woe is indie development. It's so hard. And But it's so true. It's just this stuff is just it's just really really hard doing all this stuff and trying to make a living at it. Oh, I love that spinning back kick. That looks so good. No, especially if you're on disability, brother. Don't take care of business. Take care of business. We'll be all right. So yeah, it's hard. It's really hard. And like I said, I know everybody feels really bad about the release schedule and all that stuff. Oh, sweet. I didn't even notice that panel was in the way. I want to see if I can try to. Can I turn him around and? I want to suplex him back into that cage door or that cage panel. Let's see if I have to try to get him positioned right, because he's kind of dead right now. Yeah, it's $1,000 a month, brother. That ain't tons. Although you said you were kind of a student, though, right? Or you were a young man. All right, let's switch around here. Let me see if that'll do it. No, get him over here. I got to angle this just right. I want to see if I can. I said I want to be able to slam him against this cage door. I think that would look pretty hype. Xeron, I think the Chambers of Hell match is the most fun in the game right now. I agree with you there. I think. Oh, you jerk. No, let go. No, stop. I want to suplex you. You big jerk. Nope. I am not. We always treat our fans right. Having Spawn, we try to respect you guys. You guys, so many of you guys have been with us for so many years that we try to kind of doing the beg for money bit. At least I am. I just don't feel comfortable doing that stuff anymore. Now, granted, maybe we're just being terrible capitalists or something, but. Let's see. I'm scrolling up through chat here. Fire Honor, can you add being able to do normal grapple moves, light or strong, on the apron? Yes, apron moves, definitely. I mean, these are all things that are part of it, and I think as we do things like tag matches and stuff, I think you're going to find that's going to be a little bit more doable in terms of like really having all those apron mechanics. Xeron, I'll be honest though, 20 pounds for Fire Pro and early access is a bit overpriced. It's hard to say. Can I get him? Can I power bomb him? I get it. I did the wrong move. It's really hard to say. I think they're capital. Oh no! What did I do? I defeated my own. I wanted to do the physics and I screwed it all up. All right, fine. Oh, you jerk. All right, we'll power bomb. Oh no, okay. Yeah, for me, it's like I said. I know they're taking advantage of the early hype, and who knows? I mean, like I said, Fire Pro in its infancy. I mean, like I said, the base. If they have everything from Fire Pro Returns, or like the whatever I think it's Fire Pro Returns that's the most recent, like that was kind of the most recent, kind of considered the canon version of that. I mean, that's a $60 game on a console, and if they're only charging $20 for it on a PC, and they've got all the mod stuff, I mean, like I said, it's gonna be interesting. I don't think they have online play working. I don't think they have online play working. All right, let me see if I can get over here. What? We need to make the cage wall transparent on this chamber match. That's definitely something that's on my list. Oh, this is kind of fun. Anytime... oh, this ought to be huge. Okay, let me see if I can... Can I snake eyes him onto the... Sweet. You can kind of... When you run over the cage door panel... some of the physics starts kicking in. That's kind of cool. There we go. Oh, there we go. That looks good. Sorry, catching up with chat. Xeron, I think I said I would love to support M. Dickey. That's kind of where I'm at. Us brothers and wrestling gamers all kind of have to stand up for each other and support each other's games. So, is $30 the going price for Fire? Oh, that's right, it is. It's $29.99. I might have to wait until they do a Steam sale, because like I said, I don't know what kind of time I'm going to have anyway. Wait for them to get some of the glitches out. Yeah, Steam has that refund guarantee in case Fire Pro ends up being a bust. Yeah, it really sucks. It really sucks as a developer when people start returning the games. I mean, it is what it is. You have to kind of own it. Oh, I guess I should probably end this match. I'm going to run out of time because I think I only did a 20-minute time limit. What time is it right now? It's 6:35. Okay, we're still doing okay. What's the Fire Pro? It's 20 pounds, but that's pounds. That's British. That's European, or it's euro. I'm sorry. It's 20 euro, but it's $30 USD for dollars. It's pretty crazy. I think it's $29.99. I think that's what it is. I could be wrong about that. I thought it was $29.99. Oh, Dane's dead too. All right, let me see if I got a. Does Dane have the Ballista Bomb as his finisher? I'll be damned. All right. Boom. All right. Let's pin this fool. Can I pin him? I need to turn. Oh, no, pin him. Can I turn him over in that? Yes, I can turn. Oh, no. No. Oh, it is $19.99. Thank you. All right, then I'll definitely buy it at that price. All right, let's cover this boy. Stop. There we go. There we go. I'll stick to TWC for free and bust open John Cena at my job while I work 13-hour shift for free. Yeah, I said I'm just curious. Like I said, I've never played a Matt Dickey game before, so I'm just out of curiosity. I'm dying to see what his games are like. Because like I said, I'd love to be able to do some stuff. Yeah, good call. I will do that. I'll load that up right now. Quick little game update. I'm checking out some stuff here real quick on the. Let me pull up the. I'm trying to pull up the viewer list here. I want to see if. Eric, I recommend you start with either Wrestling Empire Remix or TWC4. Okay. M Riggs, while you're doing that, if anybody wants to chime in, you've never actually played Fire Pro. What makes it difficult? It's a timing-based game. It's not a button masher or like a standard. How do I describe it, gang? It's not. It's like I said. It's not your typical button masher. All right, let me pull this up here. Everything is based on timing. And so if you time it wrong, they'll annihilate you. And it's kind of, like I said, it's very, very interesting to see how all that kind of comes together. Sorry, what I'm pulling up right now is our boy Mr. Wrestling 5 continues to excel and try to stay ahead of our boy Robert. Oops, cancel. Oops, sorry, that's going to go dark on you guys. Hang on. Let me try this again. Window capture. Why can't I not see? Sorry, gang. I'm working on the new version of Open Broadcast software, and so I want to show you guys this video, but I can't seem to do it here. Fine, remove. Yeah, the trick with Fire Pro is it's more of a everything is timing based. It's a very much a skill and a patience. What's gonna happen is you're gonna get your ass handed to you quite quickly, like the first time you play it out. I mean, it's just the way it is. It's really, really hard to. All right, let me see. I don't know why my. Let's try this again. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. I just couldn't see it on my broadcast software. All right, let me try this again. Nope. Okay. Weird question. What webcam do you use? I use I'm on my iMac, so I'm using the native. I'm using the native controller. Yeah, I don't know why that's not showing up. All right, let me try maybe a media capture. Media source. Okay, let's try this instead. All right, let's try this. Sorry, gang. I'm trying to figure out how all this stuff works. Let's try this. Loop it. There we go. There we go. Yeah, Mr. Wrestling 5 continues to be awesome. And one of the things that he's working on right now is he wanted to work on a spear. Some of the stuff, it's kind of funny. Yeah, isn't that not an amazing gore? Kind of give you a little bit of background. One of the things Robert and Mr. Wrestling 5 have been doing is trying to start, like, it's the boring stuff. They're trying to optimize all this stuff so things work better. And then if we start porting over to like Unity 5 for our engine, it's really, really boring work. So one of the things that Mr. Wrestling 5 will do to kind of keep his sanity is kind of do some of these kinds of moves. And one of the things so every once in a while we'll just like, all right guys, I was really, really bored and I was sick of like working on optimization stuff. So I was, so he decided he was going to start working on the on a spear. And does that not look amazing? Almost look like a Goldberg. Well, it's because Goldberg is incredibly generic as a character. That's why. Yeah, but he's just a nice little a nice character. But it's like I said, when I saw that for the first time, I was just like, whoa, that is hype. But I agree with you. Everybody said off a scaffold in a cell. You kidding me? I am all about that. That'll be sweet. The other thing, some of you guys haven't seen this yet. I was going to pull up the hockey stick. Because that also looks pretty awesome. Let me see if I can pull this one up. We'll do another media source. No, come on. Just... it's because all files. I think I can do this. Sorry, gang, hang with me here. Hope that didn't work. Stand by. It's the Gong Show. I haven't crashed yet. I'm pretty happy that I haven't crashed the system yet. Let's see. I think I can do image. There we go. Doom, browse, that. Yeah, check this bad boy out. Is this not sweet? This is the hockey stick that Mr. Wrestling 5 is putting together for the next weapon in the game. Yeah, it's gonna be sweet. It's gonna be sweet. He was trying to figure out if it was gonna degrade or not, like as you hit people with it. Let's see. Is the spear a running strike or grapple? To me, this has got to be a running strike. I can't see spear. The spear was always when I had No Mercy going, and I would do my Create a Wrestler, spear was always my running grapple. And so it's plausible that it might be like some kind of a finisher, where you stun the guy and he kind of goes into Mortal Kombat, stunned mode, when you finish him. And And to just be able to like plow somebody over would be pretty sweet, especially if it activated ragdolls. Like if the guy was completely out cold and you ragdolled him as the spear hit, that would be totally sweet. So I think, to me, that they think this has got to be. I think it's got to be some kind of a running strike. To me. But we'll see. We'll see how it all slots itself out. So will Dane take the hockey stick in his entrance? Well, why the hell not? You got to put it. We got to put a jersey on him too. If we're really going to sell the Canada thing and all that kind of stuff, why not put him in a hockey jersey too? I think that'd be pretty sweet. Zeron, I'm scrolling back up through the queries. Zeron getting the walking in. What was the occasion for walking 20 kilometers in a day? I'll do that every once. Did you go for a hike or something? I've been gonna do. We'll do biking and some of that kind of stuff, and you know. Let's see. Fire Honor or go to PWX Twitter. I missed what that was a response to. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up. But yeah, I figured I wanted to show off the gore tonight. I thought this was really, really sweet. As always. I mean, for crying out loud, is anybody surprised by the stuff that Mr. Wrestling 5 turns out? Are you kidding me? I completely lose my mind anytime I see this stuff. So it's awesome, and it keeps you inspired. So the stress level is high in terms of just like everybody's down about not being able to deliver all this stuff, and Robert is doing the very best job he can. Everybody's, like I said, just struggling to kind of keep up. And like I said, Dave took a gig, and like I said, keep the bills paid. Now it is kind of, it's kind of a related gig, so it may, some of the relationships and stuff that he's building might end up in some dividends down the road. But like I said, it's just a matter of everybody's trying to do their best to keep the head above water. So hang with us. I know the pace is slow, but like I said, I'm convinced that the quality is high. This Windows build is a lot more stable than I gave it credit for. And so maybe we do kind of clean up some of the optimizations and some of the glitchiness, and actually make it our full release. I should point out, for those of you guys who are on Steam, I wanted to kind of point this out. I think I've done this a couple of different times on occasion, but I wanted to show you guys kind of like what this looks like. If you're a Pro Wrestling X owner, let me turn this off and this off. If you're a Pro Wrestling X owner, you have the ability to download this beta that we're playing right now. I don't know if I can crop this out, kind of like this. What you have is you've got this betas tab that's off in the corner here, and if you're all you have to do is just opt into this public beta build. We don't have a password or anything like that, and so then it'll download the Bleeding Edge, what I'm playing with the scaffold match, the chamber, all that kind of stuff. It's so for me, like this is the way we want to do this from here on out, because what I can't stand is when we show you guys something on Twitch and then you guys aren't able to play it for like 2 months. Like that's total crap, and it's definitely it's on our end for sure. So what we decided to do is just say, okay, you know what? Even if it's unstable, even if it's terribly broken, let you guys opt into this, and if it breaks for you guys, you can always opt out of the build, and then you just like the original, more stable version will download. So don't ever worry about like, oh, I'm going to overwrite my game code and all that kind of stuff. So don't stress that. Heaven Spawn, is there a way you can import animations from like EWF without getting sued? Absolutely not. We wouldn't do it anyway. We couldn't do it. Even if we wanted to, we couldn't do it, because part of the problem is formats. All these different animations and all that stuff have there's 800 different animation formats, and so we have to try to figure out how to map their animations onto our stuff, and it wouldn't work anyway. Even if we wanted to do it, we just couldn't do it anyway. And following up with Mim Riggs is rather animations be built from scratch. Yeah, we have a high standard when it comes to like making sure these animations look good. We don't always have the best, like sometimes the clipping or the contact points of these things don't always match up like they're supposed to, but sorry, I'm keeping an eye on my buddy here. It just doesn't. So we will always be creating moves from scratch. That will always, yeah. And like what M. Riggs says, there's just it's a jerk move to try to go and steal somebody's work and then put it in our game. There's no way. There's no way. Even if we could do it, there's no way in hell we'd do it. Like I said, we have a pretty high standard, and A lot of us aren't. I mean, I think I can't speak for everybody on the crew, but I feel pretty confident. We've had discussions about this before that we're not fans of motion capture in terms of like the mocap stuff that you see, all the animations and stuff, like what WWE does, you know, where they put the little ping pong balls on all the guys and kind of trace the animations that way. Everything is done; it's handcrafted. Everything is done by by scratch, you know, by just starting clean, and then done step by step, almost like a traditional animator. It takes a lot more time, but I just think the end result looks a hell of a lot better. You get a better feel for this stuff. So I'm definitely against the mocap stuff. I don't think, and it doesn't even work. It doesn't even work all that well because you end up spending a ton of time cleaning up the animation as opposed to actually like getting in there and doing work. You end up better off just building it from scratch anyway. So, yeah, Zeron saying the animations are poor, or they just not doing it for him. And so, yeah, we're kind of in agreement. I don't know. That's just again, that's my own personal taste when it comes to all that stuff. So, all right, let's do a scaffold match. Let's have some fun. Because a lot of you guys haven't seen this stuff yet. So, because I see a lot of names that haven't been in here in a little while. Let's do Grim Hold because I'd love to see a Ballista Bomb off the finish, and let's have him go against Bloodshot. Sure, get some purple hair going. Yeah, let's see how this loads. Yeah, for a game that doesn't use mocap, the animations for this game look amazing. That is full credit to Mr. Wrestling 5. I cannot take any credit for that. The most I will ever chime in is if something doesn't look right. I will maybe say something, but for the most part, my God, he's doing this labor of love, and like I said, it's hype. It looks great. I'm so thrilled by some of this stuff. Whoa, cool. We're getting. All right, I'm gonna mark out here for a second. Let me see if I can get him positioned right. Okay, hold it right there. I'm going to go into screenshot mode really quick because I want to show you guys something. And I haven't noticed it before because on my graphics setting, I've never had the good stuff going. But I was noticing that the shadow, like you could see the seams of the scaffold were coming through. Like you could see the lighting all the way through, and it was showing up on the wrestlers. Let me see if I can get him positioned a little bit better. To where. Okay, there. Okay. Sorry. Stand by. Let me power bomb this guy first, or knock this guy back a little bit. All right, like right there. Just these little details I kind of mark out for. Because I said, I especially because I said for those of you guys who've been watching my Twitch broadcast like the last 6 weeks or so, I always have to put it on crappy video mode. But look at that. You can see the lighting coming through on, and I don't even have it on the fantastic mode. I've got it on good because the cage was coming through, but you could see the lighting coming through the seams. That's pretty sweet. Eric, will the character selection screen get more than just a row of portraits? Likely not. I really like how the character selection looks right now. It needs a little bit of cleanup, but it's I'm very happy with kind of the layout, how all that works. So if there's a character select that you guys prefer, or that you guys think is a little bit better, God, I'm all ears. We're all pretty open to this stuff. Yeah, see, I've never really noticed. I always play with a really crappy graphics mode, so I don't notice these little details like all these shadows coming in, where you can actually see the shadows cast on these rings. That looks pretty sweet. All right, let's have some fun. Let's get up on the scaffold. That's why you guys are here, right? Because really, I've only got about another. Only got about another 5 minutes or so. I can be on here. I got my buddy coming over. So let me see if I can finish up the match. Where is he? All right, maybe I'll have to enter it from the other side. Come on. Oh, there he goes. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to watch out for my friend here, too. Problem in the future when we get like 100 characters, it'll be troublesome to search for the one we want unless there's a search thing. Well, that will be well. You'll be able to kind of put things into like either favorite wrestlers or something along those lines. I agree with you. I want to make sure people find the guys that they want, and so I'm looking to things like Fire Pro and all that stuff that have hundreds of wrestlers to see how they organize characters. It's not going to be. It's not. You're going to be able to flip back and forth with like the L and R buttons and all that stuff. When we start getting more wrestlers, we're definitely gonna have to mix up the interface. There's no doubt about that. But we're not quite there yet. Yeah. By any chance, did you check out that plug and play graphics card for the Mat? I have not. I'm very curious to see about that because I didn't think something like that would even be possible. But it's on my list because I have it as a Google search. I was gonna go check it out and see if I could figure out what's up with that because I'm very curious to see what that's all about, and I appreciate the stuff. Yeah, Zeron. You know, I actually one of my things that I always kind of had as a kind of an inspiration is I always thought it would be kind of cool to make it look more like iTunes or like the old iTunes before it started sucking. Where you're able to do sort by rows and all that kind of stuff and just kind of have like long lists of wrestlers as opposed to like character pictures and all that stuff. Some of this character select stuff comes from the days of having to have your stuff like work on a television, like be able to select the wrestler from 6 to 10 feet away. And so I think that's part of where those wrestlers came from. All right, guys, time to get hype. Let's get. Oh no, I did it wrong. Yeah, I'll have to look at that. I haven't seen. I said I have never played any of the SmackDown games, so maybe it is. There's a better version of it out here. Let me pick the guy up. Let go. Stop. Oh, there was my chance. All right. All right, gang. Like I said, I got to wrap this up here in the next couple of minutes, but I'm going to get in on my cheap plugs. Enjoy the pay-per-view tonight. I'm going to be live tweeting at Pro Wrestling X on Twitter. Please follow and come join in the conversation and all that kind of fun jazz. If you're looking for us, ProWrestlingX.com, Facebook.com/ProWrestlingX. We're on Steam Early Access for those who may be, stumbling across this and not knowing what you're seeing here. Like I said, the future for wrestling games on PC is pretty strong. I will be there, looking at getting probably a day one purchase for Fire Pro tomorrow. Sounds like there might be a Twitch broadcast tonight to get everybody kind of hyped too. But like I said, I'll be watching the pay-per-view instead. Oh yeah, sharpshooter on top of the scaffold looks good. Got to wear him down. So yeah, enjoy the show tonight. Like I said, I'm kind of hyped for the main event, and like I said, pay-per-views are always fun. I got a buddy of mine coming over, and that's always fun to kind of guy it up. But yeah, and like I said, while I'm at it, like this channel on Twitch. You'll get like a little alerts when we start broadcasting and stuff. And what we normally do is we normally shoot for like a Thursday night broadcast. Couldn't make it this time, but as always, just kind of pay attention to what our social media feeds are doing. Yeah, no Dave tonight. I was a little disappointed. I sent him an email saying, hey, get your butt in here, and never heard back. It sucks. I know. I miss him too. All right, let's slow down. We're going to finish it off with a nice ballista bomb off the cage during an earthquake, apparently. Yeah! Crush. Oh, God. Yeah, I don't know why he was wiggling like that, but yep, splat. Good stuff. So yeah, look for us on Thursday nights. Usually I try to shoot for like around 9 Eastern is usually when I try to do this stuff. Fire Honor, why not also stream on YouTube? I'm looking into some software that allows me to do just that. There's a web service out there that allows you to do not only when you can send one broadcast signal out to YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch all simultaneously. And so I'm definitely going to be looking hard at that. It might be a little laggy, but I'd love to be able to open up some of these other broadcast channels because not everybody does Twitch. That's definitely something that I want to be able to look into. Because I think that would be it's again more platforms, gaggy terms like increases our social media reach and barfy stuff like that. But it's fun, and the hard part would be keeping up with conversations. I think that would be really really tough. But like I said, it's you got to do what you got to do. My buddy's not here yet, so hey, keep firing chat questions in here, and I'll go as long as I can. Like I said, when my buddy knocks on the door, I'll have to bail. But yeah, fire if you're new. By all means, check us out on Steam and ProWrestlingX.com, and we've got an email list that gets out. I think we're going to be sending out this week is going to be kind of a milestone for us. It's going to be newsletter number 800. For those of you who may not be familiar with us, Dave started this whole shebang many, many years ago with just this guy who just kind of quit his job and said, "Hey, I want to make a wrestling game," and so he did. And so it all started with an email list. And so literally, like almost, we broke the streak. We broke the streak. It's kind of disheartening. It happened at 798. Dave, we had something. He had like all these straight weekends. Normally it was every Friday. And we broke it at 798, where he couldn't get me a newsletter in time. But like I said, it was fun to check it out, and so every Friday he would send out an email letting me know what the progress of the game was, and so hopefully we're back on track. But yeah, this will be newsletter 800. It's pretty good deal. Zeron, Eric, what should come first, tables, announcers, or chairs? I am team tables for me. We get enough people asking for those to be able to set something like that up and then dump a guy through off a cage onto a table. I think that's going to be the next thing. More than likely, our next thing is going to be optimizing the graphics and getting the match types all working perfectly before we start entering anything new. It may even be like a Unity port. We'll see. We're just going to have to kind of play it by ear here. I know Robert is working on cleaning up all the bugs that we found throughout the Twitch broadcasts, and that our bug reporters have been reporting to him. M. Riggs, any chance we can see directional moves in the future, like being able to change the direction of where a power bomb is going? What would be interesting? Probably not in the sense of where you're thinking, because like those animations are kind of set in stone. But what I wouldn't mind seeing is like kind of like like what No Mercy had, where you grapple him and then you turn him based on where you want to go. Kind of like I would have loved to have been able to do this when I was trying to suplex him into these cage panels. And so that I think would be the way that we'd end up solving that problem. I don't know if you'd be able to like throw the power bomb to the left, like how complicated that would be from an animation standpoint. So, Oski, are you talking about character selection? I had to away from keyboard for a minute, but I wanted to say I like how it is now, but would love to be able to use the mouse to click around the menus instead of just the gamepad keyboard. I like being able to zip around menus and making create wrestlers quickly. That's a really good point. I will mention that. For some reason I thought, and maybe I'm wrong, but I thought the mouse was still active, but maybe not. All right, hang on, ding. Let me go answer the door real quick. Hang on, finish up broadcast real quick. Let me sign off and. All right, gang. We'll check you cats later. I gotta roll at Pro Wrestling X. I'll be live tweeting all that fun jazz. And cheers. We'll check you later. I do.